If you'd like to see how I created this Maleficent look inspired by Angelina Jolie, then just keep watching. I first went in with Elmer's Washable Gluestick and went against the way my brows actually grow. This actually helps the brows to stick to the glue better and therefore it'll lie down flatter. And I also went in with the purple color so that I kind of had a better sense of when that glue actually dried, since this does dry clear. And here I'm just using an eyebrow brush to comb my brows down and into place. You'll want to comb them in the directions they grow naturally, and that'll help them just lie flatter. Next, I went in with Colourpop's No Filter Setting Powder in the translucent shade, and if you have a colored setting powder, this will probably work better in the long run. I also applied the powder with just any random powder brush that I had, and I covered the glue with the powder and repeated these steps 4 times. I moved on once I felt like all the hairs were lying flat enough for a smooth foundation application. For foundation, I went in with Maybelline's Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the color 105 Fair Ivory, and I just applied it all over my face with some extra amount on my eyebrows. Then you know the drill, just blend it away with a dampened blending sponge. This one is from Real Techniques, and I'm just beating away my face, girl. And I also brought down the foundation to my neck since it is quite a bit lighter than my actual skin tone. I just wanted to get that really light Maleficent color. Then I went in with Colourpop's No Filter Concealer in the color Fair 08 and concealed my eyebrows just a bit more. I'm so digging this lighter eyebrow look. Then once again, blend, 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 and if I could actually redo this, I'd recommend color correcting the eyebrows and priming them with some red to make the darker eyebrow hairs not show through the foundation and concealer as much. Then I used the same concealer under my eyes and blended that too. Next, I went in with my Urban Decay's Naked Ultimate Basics palette and used the color Commando as my transition shade. Then I grabbed my Maleficent headpiece since I realized it was actually difficult to shape my eyes with the eyeshadow without having brows on yet, and I can link where I got the headpiece in the description box below. This one is actually pretty big and roomy, so rather than doing a wig cap, I just used a headband to keep my baby hairs in place. Having the headpiece on gives me a better idea of how much brow space I should be taking up on the forehead and how much of an arch I want to create. For my brows, I used Innisfree's brow pencil in the color Ash Brown and sketched a more arched version of brows than my own. Then I went back into Urban Decay's palette in the color Tempted with the same Real Techniques base shadow brush to darken the shadow of the color Commando more. Next, I used Colourpop's Double Entendre palette and dipped into the color Teddy Bear to darken my outer V and crease area with a flat dome brush that I got from H&M. On the real though, their makeup brushes are surprisingly pretty good. I recommend it. I also took whatever was left on my brush and took it onto the lower lash line and just blended it out. And to blend everything together, I went back into the color Commando from the Urban Decay palette and blended everything out until I was satisfied. Then I went in with my Kiss Me Heroine Make Smooth liquid eyeliner in the color Black to line really close to my lash line and even dragged it into the inner corner of my eyes to give a more curved and sharp appearance to my eyes. I didn't see Angelina Jolie have a winged eye, so I didn't bother drawing a wing for this look. Then I went in with the Real Techniques accent brush and used the color Blackjack from the Urban Decay palette to smooth out the liner and give it a more gradient effect. Then I took whatever was left on my brush to darken the outer third of my lower lash line. Next, I curled my eyelashes with my Shiseido curler. Then I noticed Angelina Jolie had some shadow underneath her prominent eye bags, so I went into the Urban Decay palette and used the color Nude on a Morphe 214 brush and created more shadows under my eye bags. I wanted to be more budget friendly and decided to use makeup rather than prosthetics to create the infamous Maleficent cheekbones. I used a fluffy tapered Eco Tools brush with my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit and dipped into the taupe shade to start the contour for this look. Sucking in your cheeks helps you to know where your natural cheekbone is and where to carve into your face to make it look more hollow. I started the line at the edge of the Maleficent headpiece to get that prominent cheekbone look. Once I hit the linear spot from the point of my nose, I blended the line down to create a more square jawline. It's kind of similar to how you may draw a shadow for a skull look. I then dipped the point of the brush into the darker shade on the brow kit and drew a line at the top of the contour I made to create more depth and a 3D-ish look for the cheekbones. And then I just blended away. Then with my Real Techniques contour brush, I dipped into E.L.F's Primer Infused Bronzer to warm up and create some more gradient effect to the cool tone contour I had thus far created and blended it out. Then I went back and forth between the lighter and darker shade in the Wet n Wild brow kit till I was satisfied with the depth and blend of the contour. Once that was done, I used the same Colourpop No Filter Concealer to highlight the high points of my cheeks and buffed it in with the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to get more concentration in the lightness of the concealer. To, let it just more pop. Then I blended the outer parts of the concealer with the sponge to blend out any harsh lines. I then did the same thing to the jaw and chin areas on my face to make the contour pop just that much more. After all the blending, this was the result. Then to make the cheekbones pop some more, I went in with Milani's Strobe Light Highlighter and Afterglow with a fan brush from Real Techniques and highlighted the high points of my face. Then I went in with Colourpop's Tapered Blending Brush with E.L.F's Primer Infused Bronzer to contour my nose while also blending it into my eye socket. Then I used the setting brush from Real Techniques and highlighted my nose with the Milani Afterglow. Back to the eyes, I wanted to make them pop with some Maleficent green, and I was actually lucky enough to get a free sample pair of green contacts from Olens from their Aid 3-Con green line. To add some more drama to the eye, I popped on some Ardell Demi Wispies lashes. To complete the look, I went in with Colourpop's Lippie pencil in the color Bossy because my friend Mally is a bossy biz, and this color was just perfect for this look. I paired the Lippie pencil with Colourpop's Lippie Stix in the color Trust Me Matte X and found this to be such a nice matte red color that I plan on using for many future occasions. I think this combo will be such a great combo to have during the holidays. And this was the final look. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a like and join the Cheers family by pressing the subscribe button and ring the notification bell if you'd like to see more content like this. And until next time, cheers to a happy Halloween.